So obviously after spending days in lockdown, like we all have, most of the time people spent their time on TikTok, to be fair, scrolling through TikTok, seeing different videos, and then boom, flashback to 2015 of a song I absolutely rinsed with my friends in the car, especially because it was a guy I started liking around that time. So this one song, Do It Again, I kept playing over and over and over again. And I saw on TikTok. Obviously, you've had massive success from that coming back again. And of course, your brand new single, Hot, as well. You've been doing things all over lockdown. The music's been releasing since the start of the year. Really excited to have you here. So, how are you, Pia Mia?
Wow, intro. That was a good intro. I'm good. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited for things to slowly be opening again so we can shoot and, get more into that creative stuff. But yeah, the TikTok thing was wild. I was definitely one of those people who spent way too many hours on TikTok. I would end up hitting the video of the guy that's being like, "Hey, just reminding you to just get up, stretch your legs, and drink some water." But yeah, it was crazy because Do It Again fully had a new life, fully became a hit again. Noah Schnapp made the dance, and then Charlie and Addison were doing it, and then J-Lo and Jimmy Fallon were doing it, and now there's like over 5 million original creative videos with hundreds of millions of views per video, which makes, I'm sure there's probably like a billion videos. And so, a song that was a hit how many years ago has a new life and is a hit all over again is pretty mind-blowing, and just grateful.
How did it
And
happen though? Like, I don't understand. How did it happen? Was there a memo out that, just play this song again, let this song come out on TikTok? Or did you just literally just scroll through and think, everyone's doing my dance, everyone's doing my song?
it was weird. Like I want to ask Noah that, and I've like said it so many times. I don't know how he came across it, but I'd always had a TikTok account. I'd never really used it, and then when quarantine happened, Austin Rosen, who's the head of Electric Feel, one of my partners and labels, he was like, "You should really get more active on your TikTok." So then I did, and like a week later, I saw Noah and everyone doing it, but um, I don't know why he chose that song or really how it happened. And then it happened so fast, and the response from Do It Again was so similar to the first time it came out. It just, everyone was loving it and playing it, and the streaming was going up, and just everything was blowing up. So I don't know how that
I
happened. I
just
want him
think
to tell us.
it's one of those songs where it's kind of like all ages would love
Yeah.
it. And you can it's kind of like a happy song. It's kind of like a song you start liking someone like I did, and then you just keep listening
Yeah.
to it. And my friends were all obsessed. We actually were driving up to a festival when that came out, to Creamfields. And my friends specifically wore a checkered red shirt, a red bandana, and red lipstick
Oh,
just because we loved that look from your music video. So we were like, right, you wear that, I'll wear a similar thing probably the next day with the red lipstick and the bandana. We were just literally rinsing
yeah.
that song.
No, that was a really crazy time because I would go out, and at that time that was like my uniform, like the thigh-high boots with the flannel and the bandana was like, I don't know why or how it came together, but like all of a sudden that was my uniform, and I would just go out and like see everybody wearing the same thing, which I loved, and I thought it was so cool. And I don't know what it is about certain like outfits that I put together, but it just makes me feel so good. Like if I'm not in an outfit that I like, then I just don't do a good job. It's
You've
just a
always
fact.
loved
So
fashion
when I
though,
found that
haven't
look,
you?
yes, I have. I really
You've
have.
always loved it. You can see how your style's evolved over the years as well. So I actually wanted to ask you, because I've been following your socials for quite some time, and I've been craving for you to obviously release some music here in the UK so we can
Mhm.
hype you up again. Since 2015 to 2020, I didn't realize how young you were when I mean, you're only in your early 20s now, so God knows how young you were before. What type of artist do you feel have you become over those 5
I
years?
think I've just become a better version of what I've always liked. I mean, I've always had, the global pop sound. That's always been what I naturally just gravitate towards and fit into. So I think I've just grown as a businesswoman. I've grown personally. My voice has grown. I've obviously have more experience now being in the studio under my belt. So I think that helps a lot too. But just the more life experiences you go through, the more it affects your music. And I think like, I've just gone on that natural path of always trying to one up myself and always trying to push myself to be better. But still, global pop is still what I like and what I want to do.
And it still suits you absolutely. I mean, how has your lockdown been as well for you? I mean, that's just been insane the last 6 months for all of us,
Yeah,
right?
it's been pretty weird. right before all of this happened, I went to the Philippines for a family wedding. And to get there, I flew through Guam, which is where I'm from. So on the way back from the wedding, usually my mom is with me here in the States, or somebody from my family is with me. So I'm not in this condo by myself. And on the way back, we flew through Guam. And so all our family was staying on Guam. And my mom was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to stay an extra week. I'll meet you back in LA. So I'm like, okay. Like, she like ditched me in the airport. So I fly back. And like the second I get in, lockdown happens, the grocery stores are empty, everything's empty. I'm like, oh my, I've never been alone in my whole life. And then I was alone for 4 months in this condo. So that was a really big adjustment period for me. And I had some really weird off days, but then I went home to Guam for 2 months. It was supposed to be 2 weeks, somehow ended up being 2 months. And I just got back a few days ago. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been pretty exotic for
That
me.
sounds insane, because actually I was meant to be flying out to the Philippines in March for 2 weeks,
Oh,
and I
wow.
was ready to go. And then I get a phone call from the person I was meant to be going to see in the Philippines to say, cancel your flight. You can't come out. The president is saying on the news that we're in lockdown. I'm like, I'll be fine. You know me, I was desperate for a holiday. I was like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah, no, literally, like it was all happening. And then when we went, you must have been going to the Philippines right when we were leaving, because like it was just all
It was like
happening.
the
We were
second
just there,
week
we gotta
of
go.
March, I think, or first or second week of March, around that
Yeah,
time.
it's just
It was
crazy.
insane. It's weird how we've all gone through all of that, but creatively, like as in creatively, that's not even a word. In a creative sense, how did that affect you? You know, did you feel like you wrote more music, or, you know, did you get involved in other things?
Well, it gave me a lot more time to come up with the creative concepts. So I had done most of my recording before quarantine. I had just signed to Republic Records and Electric Feel, and I just brought on my manager, Troy Carter, like right as all of this happened. So when lockdown happened, it gave me the time to put together the concepts that I wanted for the first two singles, which were Princess and Now Hot. So I spent a lot of time doing that. I started writing my book that I've been releasing on Wattpad, and you know, just trying to like appreciate the time of not having much to do. Things are obviously picking up now, but I'm just not a person that does good when there's not anything to do. So I try to keep myself busy, whether I'm like drawing, or I'm doing a vocal lesson, or I'm writing the book, or, you know, whatever it is. I try to stay busy, stay
You
working.
are so driven. Like, I was reading your bio as well, just obviously the amount of struggles you had to get to where you need to be, like anyone would be in the industry. You know, if you're in the industry, you want it. Otherwise, you don't just do it just for fun, right? But you've gone from label to label. You've just never given up. You've really worked hard, and you're like, I am meant to be put on this planet to sing, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing. So, you know, what advice could you give to those girls that want to be in your position and probably don't realize actually how tough it is, and you haven't just got it like that?
I really don't have it just like that. I really don't. I don't come from a family that has relationships in the industry or any type of music background, and we're not super wealthy. So, you know, it was a lot of hard work and sacrifice. And I don't think that's just the case for music or Hollywood. I think that's for any career path that you choose. It's a lot of work. But if it's what you really want to do, then it's worth it. And you can find ways that it's actually really fun to be busy, and it's fun to have a lot on your plate because it's something that you're interested in. But, you know, I've had so many moments where I've been like, this was a mistake. I should never have come here. I split my family apart. Everyone's going back and forth. You know, I'm like spending this money, like whatever is happening. I'm confused. I'm like spiraling, and that's just natural. And I think everybody goes through those moments, and you have to decide for yourself, am I going to continue or am I not going to continue? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be led to whatever it is that you were meant to do anyway. So, you know, I'm still here. I still feel like music is what I'm supposed to do. So, you know, I'm still releasing, I'm still creating, and I really just take it day by day. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has bad days, so don't let them rule your life. Just, yeah.
Those bad days are meant to make you stronger, right? I mean, we've had 6 months of bad days locked away. So hopefully people will come out stronger, right?
I hope so. I hope people are using this time to explore new things that maybe they were always interested but didn't have the time to do. And, you know, take this time to talk to your family and just make the most of it. I know it's easy to like get into that negative spiral, but you really have to pull yourself out of it and try to find the good.
That's a really, really good advice, especially for young girls watching you that just kind of want to do what you want to do, you know? It's really good advice. So tell me, by the way, in a condo on your own, you're not exactly going to have takeaways every day. So did you learn how to cook over lockdown? Did you force yourself to make, oh, you a good cook anyway?
I started learning how to cook like well, when quarantine first started, it had been like a year ago that I started learning how to cook. And it was so funny because my parents were like, thank goodness, like you started learning, because I really don't know what I would have done. I was up there chefing it up. I'm like making steaks, I'm making pasta, I'm making soups, I'm cooking breakfast. Like I gotta switch it up. Like we can't go out, so I can't eat the same thing every day. Like I need to
Yeah,
get
of course.
exotic.
So what's your signature dish then? What does Pia Mia cook then?
I mean, you tell me what you want. I can probably pull it off. I love to make roast. I made these dumplings.
Roast.
Yeah.
It's a British thing, that.
Mm-hmm. I can make these fire dumplings from scratch. So good. I really didn't think they were going to turn out good. And then I ate them and I was like, damn, I wish someone was here experiencing this with me because like that good. But no, I'm just kidding. I can cook some good stuff.
That's good though, because the reason I asked you the question is because I actually properly learned how to cook over lockdown. I've been pretty useless just because I'm so busy all the time, but I
Yeah,
cooked so much food in the house. I was so proud of myself. So I thought maybe you being in that position, you probably would have learned as well and did a lot of cooking, right?
I did. Yeah.
Good,
I'm
good on you.
like, not everything turned out right, but
Oh, it's fine.
in
I
a
made
better way.
cookies. I made cookies the other day, and literally nobody told me that they expand so much, and they literally look like the size of my foot. It was so embarrassing. I had to just throw them in the bin.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So I've had baking fails, don't worry.
No
Now
wonder.
you've obviously done a lot of things. You are an actress, you're a songwriter, and you're a singer. So it's interesting to know, how multi-talented you are really. But what would you say is your favorite thing out of the three?
Music is for sure my number one.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I like acting because it's a challenge to me and I just like to challenge myself and whatever. Like I just want to see if I can really do it and how far I can really go. But music is definitely the number one. I love writing too. I've always been a writer, so that really comes naturally to me. This is obviously a fictional series, which is new. I've never posted anything like this before, so that's exciting and it's fun because it's on Wattpad, so I can release a chapter at a time or however much I want to, and the fans can comment and vote and subscribe and all that. So I like having different creative outlets because that's how I get things off my chest and can like process things better. But music for sure, number one.
Okay, good. And then how's the response been for Princess as well at the start of the year?
It has been really good. I think people, always just want me to consistently drop music. And so I think I'm finally in a position and with a team that is possible. And I'm just grateful. I had so much fun making that song. We all did.
Yeah.
And I think people have had fun listening to it too, which is what's important to me. I just want people to feel good.
Absolutely. And what about Hot? What's the response been like for Hot?
It's really been the same, both with Princess and Hot. They were songs, and even the other songs that are to come. And they were recorded before the pandemic, but my whole thing was like, I just want people to feel good. I want to feel sexy. I want to be confident. And that's really what these songs are. So I think they give off the same vibe and just they sound sonically a little bit different, but still, makes sense with all this. But I've been seeing a lot of people choreographing to Princess. And like every day there's like a whole pack of new people that are posting their different choreographies. And I love to see people's talents.
That's amazing. Has anyone done it for Hot yet? Because you haven't dropped the video for Hot yet, have you?
No, I shot 2 visualizers when I was home on Guam. So one will be for Hot, one will be for Princess. And I think I'm going to put those on my OnlyFans, but I've seen some for Hot too.
Yeah. Use any of the moves in your new video then?
My visualizer isn't choreo. There's no choreo in my visualizers. They're more just kind of like, they're different because there's 2. So they're both different, but they each, I guess, give you a vibe of like what you might see me doing when I'm on island. They're not the official music videos, so there's no choreo and
are you going
look,
to
there's no glam either, okay? Because there's no glam on Guam, and I packed for a 2-week trip, so
just keep it as simple. Oh, it's
exactly.
fine. I think everyone's used to seeing each other with no makeup and in their PJs. Trust me, I spent most of my time looking like that anyway. So even with no glam, you're still gonna look beautiful.
Yeah, and there was no styling. Like Kmart and Macy's were the only 2 places that were open, and they were only really open for like a short period of time. So we threw it together, and it is a vibe, but no styling, no glam, okay?
That's absolutely fine. No, that's fine. So tell us what's coming up then, because we're so excited to get some more music from you very soon.
Yeah, definitely more music, more content. I'm on OnlyFans. I opened it a few days ago, and I'm really excited about that because I've always I'm such a creative person, and I always feel held back to post and say and do what I want on other social platforms, because I feel like, you're going to be bombarding the feed, or I don't know, whatever. It just gives me a weird vibe, and I feel so free on OnlyFans. So, I don't like to just drop one video for one song. You know what I mean? Like, I like to do a lot of different things. I have a lot of different sides to me, and I'm hyped to be connecting with the people that have been following me and that like my
You
music.
comment a lot on Twitter to your fans, don't you?
Yeah, but like OnlyFans is another level. Like, I'm on that thing all day. Like, it's new followers too. It's a new audience, which is dope because we're getting to connect on another level, but it's just so much more personal. It's just another level.
Because I saw on your Twitter, even you were commenting to quite a few people back. You were replying to some of the questions they asked you,
Yeah.
and things like that. And apparently you said that, I saw somewhere that you said the best time of your life besides now was 2015.
Yeah. It
Why?
was, for like every reason you can think of.
Because of the
The
song?
place
Do
I
it
was
again.
in, personally, romantically, the song, professionally. I was touring. I was I just don't, it was just such a, I just don't know if I'll ever have a year that good again. Like, just, I don't know. I think it was, a lot of it I think had to do with personal,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was just a special time. Just the song, just everything. I can't
Yeah. 'Cause
even
that
put it
song
anymore.
must give you a
I'm
lot of
like
memories then.
starting to thinking about it. Like my goal is to like beat that year.
You'll beat it. Okay, let's not count 2020. Let's not count 2020. You're not going to beat it this year.
This is the setup year. This is
Yeah.
the, stay low key, get yourself ready year.
Yeah, this is the pre-game season. And then obviously next year, this is the pre-game. And then next year, it's going to be it. 2021 is going to be the one. Trust me, you'll be
Exactly.
absolutely
I'm
fine.
ready for
So
it.
tell me, when are you actually going to be coming to London? When are we going to get to see you live?
Like ASAP. Like the second it's cool to be live, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
So many people
Have you
have
been
asked
to
me that.
London in a while?
It's been a minute.
That's what I was
But it's one of
thinking.
my favorite places to come. I have the best time.
But do you know what I don't think you're going to like when you come here? You're going to like the roasts because you're good at cooking them. Okay, fine. But you're not going to like the wasps. I've seen your hornet action online, and I don't think you're ready to come, to be honest, Pia Mia. I mean, do you need some training before you come? Bodyguard, or
Yes, all of it.
they're everywhere?
You know what I want to know though is like, what's the deal? Like, can you not bother me like later? Like you have to bother me like when I'm in an interview or when I'm on stage. You know what I mean? And these things are big. They're like this big, and you can see them like boom, like coming
I
around.
did. I did. Literally, I was on a phone call to someone really important the other day, and a wasp flew in the window, and I screamed like a 10-year-old and said, I'm really sorry. I know this is a really important phone call, but can I call you back? Because a wasp has just come flying in the window. And he was really understanding. He said, don't worry, my daughter's scared of them. So I felt about 10 because he said that. But anyway, I called him back. But I hate them too. Like, why are they everywhere? Like, why?
I never even noticed that in London. Is that like a new thing?
Everywhere. Those wasps are everywhere. They're out to get us all, trust me. More than 2020 was trying to get us. The wasps are trying to get
I'm not
us.
about that.
Brilliant. Well, look, for the people that obviously don't know you too well in London, and the ones that do remember you obviously from before, obviously new music, new projects, just tell us obviously where they can follow you and what sort of things are coming up.
Yeah, all the new music, all the music's available on every platform. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, it's all across all the DSPs. But yeah, more content coming soon. Seriously, if you guys want to like have just a direct personal line, like I would just go to OnlyFans. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say I'm on there all day, every day, and I post exclusive stuff, and I'm gonna be posting a lot of different things actively. Like, I don't know, I just don't feel like I can really do that on other social platforms. So you can find me there. And yeah, more to come. I think the visualizers that I made, I'm going to put on OnlyFans. I think I said that earlier, but
Yeah, I did see an advert. I did see some little snippets from a little advert that you posted on Twitter for your OnlyFans, and you're like walking on a beach and really simplistic, and so that's those visuals that you're going to be putting on OnlyFans. Yeah.
Oh, so no one's seen any clips of my visualizers.
No, there was
There's
like
no
it was like this little advert, and you were like walking on a beach or something.
walking on a beach.
Yeah, or maybe I assumed it was a beach just because I just want to see a beach at the moment, just because I've not been on holiday in about a year.
Well, whatever was in my little OnlyFans video, those are all. That's not what's gonna be in the visualizers.
Okay, fine.
I'm not 100% yet if it's gonna go on there or not, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, cool. And you've promised us in the UK that you're going to be coming here ASAP when the borders are open, okay? Promise?
Promise.
Good. And then we will meet up again. And then you can tell me about how the pre-game was for the main game when I meet you in the main game, okay?
Period.
Good. Well, good luck with everything. It was so lovely speaking to you, okay?
You too.
Take care. Bye-bye.